Hey everyone, Long here, and I had the pleasure of watching Chainsaw Man on opening night. I think it's like an early advance night. Yeah, but anyway, I wanted to let you know I had a lot of fun uh, catching up on the Reze arc of Chainsaw Man. I freaking love Denji. I think he's just so stupid, very but yet very fun, and actually relatable to boot. So um, I don't know what it is about Denji. I just think he's just a really awesome character, and it's really cool like seeing him develop from being this like kid who spent a long time uh, not really having anything to like finally like just slowly figuring out like what it's like to be like a normal human being and while still maintaining like his like his cover like having the like serving public safety in Tokyo as well like while using his like using his chainsaw powers whenever he absolutely needs to. So I like it. I very much loved how it's developed, and I think the Reze arc really did the Chainsaw Man's story like justice. So anyway, it really so what I really like about the Reze arc is that it really does pick up from where it's like season one. What I really like about uh, so what I really like about the Reze arc is that it picks up directly from where like season one left off, which was like the basically long hot fought battles that was rewarded with a big long feast. And yeah, and I see like and it starts off with Denji power and Hayakawa, just like get just picking up the pieces and just like kind of like getting over their hangover from the feast that they had at the end. So, and then unfortunately, uh, yeah, at the start of unfortunately for Power, at the start of the movie, she has consumed way too much blood, and that actually like a lot force that actually makes her go haywire. She ends up becoming a lot more narcissistic and a bunch of other side effects that Makima describes to Denji. And so Denji has to partner up with a fiend basically, and in this case, the fiend is Beam, the demon. I mean, like the shark fiend. Who is basically like a huge fan of Denji, and I freaking uh, very much love the energy that that Beam brought. He's crazy as hell, but so is Denji, and like he absolutely worships him. And he also ends up becoming very useful as an ally, fighting off like all the devils whenever they need to. Yeah, and other hostiles who are basically threats to the public in Tokyo. So yeah. Anyway, um, who else like shows up in the who else shows up? So there is so like you all so there are a few there are minor appearances from others. Like Pochita appears for a little bit, as well as Makima, and then the Angel Devil shows up, and then like Hayakawa has some buddies in another division of public safety, and then yeah, and then there's one more like with a mask. I think it's the Violence Fiend, but I can't be too sure. So, um, but yeah. Anyway, I wanted to go ahead and like just bring that up really quickly before we get into the central figure, one of the central influences in this arc, which is Reze herself. So who is Reze? So Reze is this really cute gal who happens to know a lot more than Denji does. I mean, that's not really a high bar to go over. But Reze is really adorable. I thought she was really cute here. I thought she was portrayed very well. Of course, I did watch the Japanese. like a dialogue, uh, with English subtitles. Um, but but I thought she was so cute in this, and then I also I think the chemistry between her and Denji was just so awesome. I mean, like I mean Denji, like he's very conflicted. He loves Makima, but but he's also but his body's responding very strongly to his body and his instincts are responding very strongly to Reze, and yeah, and it's really quite awesome. So, unfortunately for Reze, no, not for Reze, for Denji, Reze is actually is unfortunately very murderous, and uh, and wants to steal Denji's heart, or rather, I think she knows who she's going for. It's basically the she's aiming for Pochita, the chainsaw devil, um, and it's yeah, it's very unfortunate. Um, so the obsession ends up culminating into like a really huge battle. If you've been reading the manga, then you know exactly how this goes. This plays out. So like lots of lives are basically cut down in the fight, and then ultimately Denji has to now win the fight, and everyone who's still around has to basically join in the fight and make sure that Reze doesn't destroy everything in in her quest to basically put down Denji and then steal his chainsaw heart. So um, yeah, but like the fights and the encounters are hilarious. There is also a tinge of sadness here and there, but ultimately it is a fun watch. The animation style is actually very reminiscent of like what was in season one. So I thought that was okay. I won't say it's like my most favorite animation style, but I think it works well for the Chainsaw Man aesthetic. So maybe there can be some improvements. I think the animation itself could be a lot more fluid. I mean, like they've had one good season, and it's been such a long break between the end of season one and then the Reze arc of Chainsaw Man. But otherwise, like I thought the story is good. I thought the characters are actually pretty well done. Um, yeah, and given that like it was like just under 2 hours, there really wasn't a lot of development. It is centered like it is Denji's story, primarily, and then Reze. So she's basically the second most important character, and then the supporting characters are essentially mainly members of public safety, and then some of them show up in small cameos. Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. So basically, like Denji basically ends up having all most of the action, and then Hayakawa, joins along um, with the Angel Devil. So Angel Devil, I really didn't get to see a lot, but then again, that's basically how it went in the book as well. So from that perspective, I think that's actually adapted pretty reasonably well, and yeah, so it's kind of interesting how they managed to like take that material between their Katana Devil fight and then and then Reze, and they actually who is essentially the Bomb Devil, and so she's got some serious firepower behind her murderous her murderous personality. But but otherwise she has her sweet moments, and she's actually in many ways like Denji. Unfortunately, that is realized a little too late before she ends up exiting stage right. Let's just say that. Um, anyway, Makima is a very powerful force. She definitely has Denji's like eyes, and she basically has Denji in her grip. And he basically goes along with everything she wants, and Yeah, and it's really crazy like that. Yeah, but but that's just how it goes. I mean, that's Denji for you. Never having, not really having a lot of experience with women and girls. Yeah, it's kind of cool to see that the author really knows Denji well, and turn it translates the material actually translates well into the movie. So I would basically say it's really worth the watch. But that's all I am going to say. But if I had to give it a score, I would probably give this about an 8 out of 10. It was good, but it wasn't perfect. I mean, like I said, I mean, the animation style is not my thing, but it does work for the Chainsaw Man aesthetic. So I think in future they could probably look into like making the action a bit more smoother. I mean, there was a moment where even I thought that something happened with the film reel or whatever when I was watching it. There were some moments in which there were pauses in the animation, but like the film kept going, so I wasn't sure what was going on, but I did like it, and I did enjoy the movie overall anyway. So not too much to complain about, and yeah, uh, that's all I've got to say about it. But if you are a chainsaw, so like my recommendation is that if you are a huge Chainsaw Man fan and you've kept up with like all your lore and you've seen the first season, I would say this is worth watching in theaters. But otherwise, if you haven't even started on Chainsaw Man, just wait until you have watched the first season, and then everything else will make sense. Otherwise, it'll get too confusing. So also, yeah, Kobeni is in the movie too. So that's it. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw here, please do like the video. If you want, comment on what you enjoyed and what you didn't enjoy about this video. If you want to see more content like this, please do consider subscribing to my channel and hitting that notification bell. Thanks a lot, everyone. Hang loose.